Belana Design and welcome to my channel. Today I am playing with Spellbinders Club release for April of 2025, and I apologize for releasing this video so late. I just didn't want to skip on this. I have been traveling a little bit. I had some family emergency stuff to deal with. So that is the reason why this video is so late, and I hope you don't mind. I still wanted to show you the release, and I still wanted to create something cool with this and give you some pointers and some cool ideas. Now, these are my absolute favorite clubs and something that I love to play with. The first one is the Better Press Plate of the Month. And look how cool this one is. You're gonna get this script die and the frame and beautiful sentiments, just absolutely perfect. And of course, coordinating dies. Next, we have a Glimmer Foil of the Month club. Now, for each and every month, you are going to get a glimmer plate with sentiments and a matching foil to go with it. Next, we have a 3D embossing folder of the month. And last but not least, wax seal of the month club. You know that this is my absolute favorite, and these are the beads that you are going to be getting for the month of April. And I love this color so much, so I am going to be creating my project based on that color in particular. And the last thing here that I want to point out is that Spellbinders is surprising you with these beautiful and very useful silicone spatulas that I guarantee you're not going to be able to put down. And without further ado, let's start creating. For the sake of this video, I have already foiled my cardstock, and the cardstock that I am using is by Hammermill. This is their premium color copy cover cardstock, and it is 100 pounds heavy. Now, this cardstock is not that heavy for, let's say, card bases, but it is perfect for foiling and ink blending, and as you can see, perfect for alcohol marker blending. Now, I am using Copic markers here to color my panel. The markers that I'm using are B91, B93, B95, B97, and B99. I'm going from the lightest to the darkest shade, and what I wanted to do is for the envelopes, they are on the top to be the lightest, and of course the ones they're in the very background to be the darkest. You can of course color this however you wish. You can have it in multiple colors. I just decided to have everything in blue. Like I mentioned previously, I want everything to match the beautiful color of those wax seal beads. So again, I'm going from the lightest to the darkest. It's really nothing special to this coloring. It's a very simple, straightforward Copic coloring like you've seen in many videos from many different artists, and I'm sure you've seen me use this technique many times before. And after the coloring was done, all that I did is glued it to the card base with some liquid adhesive, and that is it. The first card is done. And here is the second card. I think this is my favorite card of the bunch. I am using a watercolor paper and Altenew metallic watercolors. I was able to mix a perfect shade of blue that literally matches the wax seals identically. I just love this color, and all that I'm doing is just simply coloring that raised element from the embossing folder. There's really no watercolor blending of any kind. I am just adding that pigment directly on the paper. It is very simple and easy to do, and I think that's the main reason why I love metallic watercolors, is that you don't really need a lot of effort to blend them, or you don't need that shading like you would with any other watercolor. And another thing that I like about this card is that it's so minimalistic. The only color that I actually have in this card are these beautiful mushrooms and nothing else. The background is going to be dry embossed, and that is all. Later on, I am going to attach this little tiny panel with some foam tape from Altenew. Attach everything to the card base, and the card is done. Nothing truly better than minimalistic cards. And now we're moving to the Better Press of the month for the month of April. Did you know that you can actually foil with Better Press plates? Yes, absolutely. And this is what I like about these plates. They are so versatile. You can use them for foiling, or you can use them with your Better Press system. It doesn't matter. It would still work. Just think of all the possibilities that you can have with these plates. So what I'm going to do is use the same foil from the Glimmer Hot Foil Club that came with the month of April, and I'm going to use that as my actual foil to foil this image. In the meantime, I'm going to create some sentiments with the Better Press, and this is going to be just some straightforward inking. I am using Better Press ink for this. This is the thick ink that you want to use with Better Press, and the paper that I'm using is a cotton paper from Spellbinders, also meant for Better Press. You are always going to get great results with this paper. There's no mistake. Now let's see how this thing foiled. Look how cool that looks. Love that look, and this proves that you can also foil. Now I am going to just add some inking here. I am using Faded Jeans Distress Oxide ink to completely cover my panel. This is very simple. I'm just adding that color directly onto the paper. And one thing that you want to do, and do not skip this step, use a piece of paper towel and clean that residue ink. That will make the foil even more noticeable. And I have already moved to a second card that I am going to make with this Better Press plate. This is going to be a strictly Better Press. So I am using Faded Jeans Distress Oxide ink again. And I'm also going to use that black ink from Spellbinders that it's meant for Better Press, just to intensify the print. And let's take a look at the results. Just absolutely fabulous. Love that look, distressed look. All that I'm doing next is attaching my panels to the card bases with some liquid adhesive and adding some sentiments with some foam adhesive, and that's it. The two cards are done. And here we are at the end, and I have to truly apologize from the bottom of my heart, and please don't hate me for this. My camera did not record anything about wax seals and how I created this seal. I am so sorry for this, and I promise you I am going to create a separate video on how I created this seal. I did not want to skip on wax seals, and what I did, I just want to add this end of it, at least something. But again, I do promise you to create a separate video on how to create this fabulous seal and this look. It is beautiful, no doubt about it, but I definitely owe you a video on how to create these seals. And let us recap real quick. This here is made with Glimmer Hot Foil of the Month Club for the month of April. Next, I made two cool cards using Better Press Plate Club for the month of April. We can foil. Look how cool and shimmery that is. And of course, use the plate as the regular Better Press plate. Next, this is 3D embossing folder of the month. Beautiful minimalistic card, but with so much dimension and so much interest. Look how cool that looks. Truly is my favorite of the bunch. And last but not least, here are the wax seals. Yes, I know you can only see how they turned out, but again, I promise to make a full video on how I created these beauties, and I will give you a full tutorial. Thank you again so much for coming, for being here and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm always happy to interact with my viewers. Big thanks goes to Spellbinders for making this video happen every month. And of course, again, thank you, because I wouldn't be here without you. Everything I used is listed down below. And I will see you soon with a follow-up video on wax seals. Stay tuned. This will be coming out shortly. Thank you again, and happy crafting.